Okay, hello, welcome once again to the second part of this video. If you could recall, in the first video, we talked about, uh, you know, we had about two uh, assets that we're trying to look at, and then as at the time we left the first video, we had this. We had a watch on our watch list. We had Inch USDT. I think the pendle assets we take earlier. I think it was wrong. It was SUI USDT with 1 inch, and right now we can see how the trade is going. And well, as you can see, this is a very critical. I mean, this is a typical way in which the trade normally moves, and we are here right now. So can we look at it? How do we kind of like trade in this kind of an environment after the setup have been set? I told you about the setup, and look at it, it's already done, and it is for us to be able to um, be able to analyze. And in this particular video, what I'll be doing mostly is going to be mostly about analyzing how to go into this trade. This is a very good trade. And how do I do this? You could recall I told you at that time, when you look at 1 inch, we had these regular divergence. We have these regular bearish divergence. And what do we do? In this particular case, like I said, look at it, very, very beautifully set up. And it's just for you to be able to make your money here. How do I do this? So it's very simple. First and first, I've already drawn my line, and I said we're looking for a bearish divergence. And what is a bearish divergence? We say when the red candle is have already covered, when it covers the green candle, and automatically it becomes a bearish divergence. So, and we're under 15 minutes time frame right now. So what do we do? In this video, I would not want to waste much of your time, and it is a live video, so you could verify it if you so wish, but then I'll go ahead and set up the trade how I want it, because this is under 15 minutes time frame, which is actually the time frame we should take up our trade. So what do we do? First and first, I pick up my sell positioning tool. I pick it here, and then I pick the topmost of the swing, right? And then I drag it down to this point. It could even go beyond that, because you can see this went all the way to this point. So some traders will want to drop at this, stop at here, some want to risk it to this point, and some will risk it all the way. Whichever way you go to depends on how you could actually handle it. You can actually take it up. So but in our case, I think we'll take it up to this point, right? So from this point, what else do we need to do? Sorry, RSI is not coming up. Oh no, no. Why is the RSI? Okay, so what do we do here? You can see we've drawn our bearish, or do you call it a sell positioning tool? And then look at it. This is a trade that has been set up already. This is a trade that has been set up already. I'm going to leave this to run until when it gets to the final distance. You see how it will go, and that is for 1 inch, right? And you can see. So my stop loss, my entry point will be at the end of the candle, the red candle here, the engulfing the bearish engulfing candles. That is the point where I make my entry, and then my stop loss will be at the top of the swing, and I'll leave a little bit of space there, so that because sometimes the market will want to go to that same spot and come back, so you don't want to risk it. I mean, you don't want to allow it to get stop out, then you give it a little bit of more space, and I'll take it to the nearest swing, whether here, or if I want to take more risk to this point, or probably all the way down. Whichever one works for you, fine, depending on which one is you've tested and it works well. So you can see here is your let me use my brush here. So this point here is going to be your entry point, this point will be your stop loss, and then this point here will be your take profit, and that is it. Now let's go into SUIUSDT, and then let's look at it. Okay, so you could recall it's what we had then was as at the time we were in this market, at that time we were having an exaggerated bearish divergence, but now the market have gone beyond that. So what we now have is we have a full regular divergence. So how do we deal with this? So I pull this back to the top here, and we can see the market still pulling down to this point here. Can you see the market's still pulling down to this point here? This goes this way, and can you see? So how do we trade this? It's very simple. We trade this by, like I said, when what we're waiting for is a bearish divergence, and then we take our bearish selling tool here. This is the point where we make our entry, and then our stop loss will be at this point, and then our take profit will come all the way down to this point, or you can even risk it down to this point. Don't be surprised, it will get there sometimes, but then you have to also monitor it. It can even get all the way down to this point. So your your entry will be at this point, 1.1146, and then your stop loss will be around this point, 1.1548, and then your take profit, the stop loss, sorry, will be at this point, and then your take profit will now be at this point. It's already late, very very late in the night, and I have to do this because I just want you to learn out of this. So, and we'll look at this on part 3 on this video. We'll look at it, how did the market really went. That will give you an idea of whether this strategy works or not. But I can assure you, you can get nothing less than 200% of whatever asset you put into this, considering the fact that yes, the analysis, it really worked the way I've analyzed it. And if you even want to go, if you look at this, if you even want to go, you can go all the way down to this point here. Okay, and you can go all the way up here, so you have a full bearish divergence here. So that is it. In our next video, probably but in the part 3, we'll look at how we enter the trade through any of the broker. Like I use Binance, so can you look at how to use Binance. But don't forget, if you like what we're doing on this video, if you like this platform, please like, share, and subscribe. That is the only way you encourage us to be able to do more of this kind of videos. Once again, this is Sandy X, and I'm Xing out right now. And subsequently, if you have any questions, you can also send an email or probably make a comment and I'll respond. Thank you very much for your time as you watch our videos.